What's up everybody? So it's me, Tim, from Kim's No Bull here in Laurel, and today I wanted to show you guys something super freaking awesome. This is one of my favorite trucks on the lot, okay? This is a 2019 Ram 2500 Laramie Longhorn with the 6.7 liter Cummins turbo diesel in it. That's right, we're talking 850 foot-pounds of torque, 370 horsepower, and it'll tow over 17,000 pounds. Not to mention, it has more wood and leather in it than Ford and Chevy combined. And it's four-wheel drive. It's got coil link suspension all the way around. It's got Bilstein gas shocks. Let me just show you something on this truck, okay? It's got everything you could think of. The option list is like 10 pages long. It's ridiculous. Let's have some fun with it. Okay, so one of the first things you'll notice is that on the handle it has a little button right here. Here's your key fob. All right, you don't even have to push the button on the key fob if you don't want to open the doors. You simply have the key fob in your pocket, you reach over, and the motion sensor behind the door handle will unlock the door for you. If you want to lock it back, push that button. Boom, reach under, there we go. All right, so as we open the door, the first thing we notice, the retractable running boards. So this tells us right off the bat that this truck has some nice technological features to it, right? Check out the inside. That's right, so as you'll notice, this thing has more real wood and leather than Ford and Chevy combined, okay? Not to mention a 12-inch touchscreen, radio, climate control, dual zone, all that stuff. It's got a sunroof. It's got radar cruise control. It's got blind spot monitoring. The list goes on these. Now, I don't want to make an hour-long overview of this truck, so I'm just going to try to hit a few key points. So let's move quickly, right? All right, so you'll notice in the back seat, you have a 115 volt inverter, you have USB-C ports, regular USB ports, you have heated seats in the back, you have vents for your rear passengers. You have these cool little belt buckles. So it has these compartments in the floor that we refer to as our little built-in coolers. What it is, you can put ice and your drinks in here, then you can take this out when the ice melts, dump out the water, put it back in, good to go. It's got that on both sides in this truck. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at a few things in the front seat. Okay, so one of the things you'll notice on your door handle here is this button in between your mirrors. So check it out. You hit this button, mirrors fold in, right? Hit it again, they come back out. Now this button you probably haven't seen before unless you have one of the heavy duty series trucks that Ram makes. You push this button, actually just the little tow mirror on your mirrors. So obviously the mirrors are also power windows, power door locks, all that good stuff. Located in the center is this massive 12-inch display. Let's go ahead and fire the truck up and we'll show you some features. Okay, so as if having a 12-inch display wasn't cool enough already, this one's also very customizable. You can actually select which cards you want to show on the home screen. So here we could go show media at the bottom, show our comfort controls like air conditioning, heated seats, and options like that up top. You can close that out. You can put your travel link up top. You can look at the weather. You can do all kinds of neat things from there. So on the 12-inch display, there's a ton of different features we could go over. Let's just hit a few key points here and keep rolling. Okay, so as far as the basics go, you click media, it's going to show you your AM, FM, your Bluetooth, your USB connections, things of that nature, your XM radio, and everything shows up under there. Under controls, you can control your heated seats. That's right, you got heated and vented front seats. You have a heated steering wheel. You have your backup camera. Now, one cool thing on these trucks, you have a fifth wheel camera here that you can actually see what's in the bed of the truck. You have this camera that will show you where your hitch ball is located at. You can even click zoom and zoom in on where your hitch ball is if you're hooking up a bumper pull trailer. So if we back out of that, we go here, you have surround cameras on this truck as well. So if you'll notice, let me close my door real quick. Okay, so for when you're backing up the truck, you actually have a 360 camera and a regular backup camera. So as we back the truck up and we turn, you can see all the way around the truck thanks to the 360-degree camera. You can actually select which camera you want to look out of. So there's our back, there's our front, there's the front close-up, all kinds of little things you can do on there. Go into your climate control settings. Of course, this has dual zone climate control, which means the passenger and driver can each set their own temperature. You put this on auto and you can set your temperature where you want it. It'll take care of the rest. Go into our app section. Again, more places that you can control your heated and cooled seats, things like that. Backup camera, all that is accessible from the apps menu option. Of course, if we go to navigation, you now have the largest navigation screen that's ever been put in a vehicle. I know this thing already looks big on camera, but seeing it in person, having a 12-inch touchscreen, it's pretty lit. Yeah, so this is the biggest GPS screen that's ever been installed in a vehicle. And for it to be in a pickup truck, this is freaking awesome. So of course, with the navigation on these trucks, you can go in and use voice commands and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to address all that right now because, again, let's not make this an hour-long review. You can go to your phone settings, you compare to your Bluetooth, all that kind of stuff. You can stream audio, and of course, if a phone call comes in while you're listening to the radio, it will mute the radio, blah, blah, blah. Okay. There's another access to the backup camera. Pulls up this familiar screen that we've seen before. There's your options again. Side view, fifth wheel view, regular bumper view. Zoom in on it. There we go. All right. All right, so you'll notice down here you have this little weird looking button, right? That's for your J brake. This truck actually comes equipped with an engine brake. For those of you who aren't familiar with what a J brake is, it's an exhaust brake that uses the engine and exhaust to slow down the truck when you're coming down steep hills. You have tow haul mode, which changes shift points and things like that to enhance your towing. These are for your parking sensors. This does have front and rear parking sensors that will beep if you get close to something. If you're towing a truck or you're hooking up to something, this gives you the ability to simply turn it off and back on. These are adjustments for your trailer brakes. You can increase and decrease the sensitivity of your trailer brakes. This model actually comes with a CD player. You have a CD player here. USB-C's, USB 2, auxiliary input. This truck has so many options. Like, I know I'm going fast, but I just want to make sure I include a lot of the cool stuff on here. So let's keep going. Okay, so another thing we have on here is radar cruise control, right? So you push this button and engage your radar cruise. This will set the distance between you and the vehicle in front of you. So essentially what the radar cruise control does is you can set your speed at, say, 75 miles an hour. You're going down the interstate. A truck in front of you slows down to 65 miles an hour. This vehicle will slow down to 65 until that truck moves out of your way, and then it'll speed back up. It's pretty neat. So cruise control, you've got your gear limiting switches here. This is so that you can limit which gear you want to stay in. If you're hauling a big load or something of that nature, you can say put this on third gear or second gear, whatever you need. Behind the steering wheel, there are buttons for volume control here. There are buttons behind this side of the steering wheel that allow you to browse through your presets for your radio. You have voice activation here, answer your phone here. These buttons go and explore through your on-screen display right in front of you. So you can roll through, you have your trailer tow distance, your trip information, fuel economy, driver assistance, vehicle information. You can scroll through all your different gauges and things like that on here. All kinds of cool stuff. In the center, you'll notice this nice, pretty wood grain on the console. And of course, the Laramie Longhorn Edition badge. So nice. All right, so check it out. Underneath here, we have cup holders. Underneath here, storage. You got your little coin places here, right? Check this out. So we close all this up. Look at this. All kinds of room down in here. This is actually for a phone. You can put your phone in here and it will charge wirelessly. So you've got all kinds of space down in here. This slides back and forth. And then you can open this console. You have a little space here. You got a USB charger here. Open up to the larger compartment and enough room to put a small child in here. Alright, so one thing I am amazed by with the Ram trucks that I really do like is the amount of cup holders that they put in these things. I always joke about it with my customers. It's just look. Guess how many cup holders this truck has? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cup holders. This truck has 12 cup holders. Like, I don't know why, but it does. That's pretty freaking cool. You also notice you have your 4-wheel drive functions located right behind the steering wheel. Simply push it for 4-high, 2-wheel drive. This is your downhill descent cruise and 4-low. Oh, and I think I failed to mention, this truck does of course have power seats and seat memories. There's your seat adjustments. Okay, so being that this is the Laramie Longhorn, this truck comes with 22-inch wheels on it. And you can see it's got the spring suspension all the way around. One thing left to do. Gotta take it for a test drive. Come on. It's a diesel truck, it's turbo. I have had people ask me how many pounds of boost these things are pushing, and it is pushing right at 33 PSI. The fuel rail on these vehicles is pressurized at 29,000 pounds per square inch. It's a heck of a motor. So people ask me all the time why I prefer Ram trucks. Well, there's a lot of reasons. Highest towing capacity, more leather and wood, more interior space, best fuel economy on the half-ton trucks, most luxurious ride on half-ton and 3/4 ton. And the reason the ride is so good on these is because of the spring coil suspension. All your other truck brands are using leaf springs on the back still, which is something that they've been doing since, I don't know, the 70s or 60s. It's old technology. With the Bilstein gas shocks and the coil springs, this thing rides like a champ. So driving this truck is very enjoyable, very comfortable for me anyway. I mean, you've got vented seats that are blowing cold air on you in the summertime. You've got heated seats for in the wintertime. You've got a heated steering wheel. It's real leather. It's very comfortable, very spacious. From the driver's seat, just to give you an idea of the lack of blind spots, look, you have these nice big mirrors on the side that flip out as tow mirrors. You can easily see behind you, around you. I know some people are intimidated by driving larger trucks, but to me this one's just, it's as easy as driving a car. Alright, so I think I've covered pretty much everything that I wanted to on this truck, except one thing I forgot. It does have remote start, which is awesome, especially for a diesel that can have time to warm up in the mornings. And that's pretty cool. That's right, it has a remote opening tailgate on it because, well, it's Ram, and why not? Alright, so I know the question that everybody's asking, which is how much is it to have a truck like this? How much is it for a truck that has every bell and whistle you could think of, and then some? For the 2019 Laramie Longhorn 2500 with the 6.7 Cummins, set up the way this one is, sticker price is going to be $79,100. Yes, that's a lot of money for a truck, I know. But if you want a sunroof, if you want a power rear window, if you want a remote tailgate, if you want remote start, if you want 850 foot-pounds of torque, 370 horsepower, ability to tow over 17,000 pounds, and a 12-inch media display, that's what it's going to cost you. All right, so if you're looking for a truck, whether it's a 2500, 3500, or 1500, Ram is definitely the way to go. I can't say anything bad about these trucks. I haven't had any trouble out of any of them, and I mean, they've got it all. They're really cool. They do what they're supposed to do. They've got a 100,000 mile warranty on the diesel here. These things are known to go like 400,000 or 500,000 miles without a problem. So if you need one, holler at me. If you know somebody that needs one, send them to me. And right now, Chrysler is doing 15% off MSRP, which means on 80 grand, you're gonna save about $12,000. So yeah, hit me up. I'm Tim. I work at Kim Snow Bull in Laurel, Mississippi. Come and see us.